Hello everybody, Probably here doing my first video on a tutorial on how to get a desirable video recording of Nintendo DS games off of an emulator on to YouTube. I'm doing this video because I've seen so many terrible DS recordings where people some people they'll record the top screen and have it stretched through the whole video and it looks bad. Some people they'll have both screens but it's too small because no cache GBA is a small screen and stuff. And other problems. So we're going to go ahead and remedy all of those problems in one video if we can. First off, I need to let you know what my recording program is for no cache GBA, and that is Dxtory. Dxtory is similar to Fraps, but it has so many more advantages to it. It has so many more features. The only downsides it has compared to Fraps is, number one, you can't screen record desktop video, so that's why I'm using Camtasia for that. And it's also a little less performance-wise. It's a little performance heavy on it. You'll get less frames per second on it, but for a Nintendo DS game, you should be fine. You're not playing a super high resolution Battlefield 3 or anything, so you should be fine. Anyways, I'm recording at 30 FPS. You might want to do 29.97. Either one will work just fine. But other than that, you should be able to easily set up Dxtory to how you want it. Let's go ahead and jump to No Cache GBA, a folder at least, and show you that I am using No Cache Zoomer, which allows us to change the effective resolution that we're going to be recording at. If you're recording with just No Cache GBA, with the small screen, you're just going to get 256 by 192. That resolution is extremely small. To give you an idea, that's 192p. YouTube only has a minimum of 240p. So that is a huge difference. 240p is already terrible looking, so even downscaling further than that is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to leave a zip file of all the No Cache Zoomer files for you guys in the description because I know it is hard to find nowadays. All you have to do is extract it into the No Cache GBA folder and just launch this rather than the regular No Cache GBA file. Now that's over, let's go ahead and show you No Cache Zoomer. Right here I have it zoomed in pretty much to where I want it. But when you first launch it, what you're going to want to do is right click and go to size. And you'll see that I have it at 2.5. Go ahead and set it up to that. You can set it to higher resolutions, but it's just going to make this more difficult on yourself. If you do it at 2.5, it gives you a resolution of 640 by 480. So that gives you 480p on YouTube. It's not HD, but it's a Nintendo DS game. You can't get HD. It would be ridiculous if you could. Also, on the filter, I have it on HQ4X. This gives me 4 times anti-aliasing. You're going to want to do this because if you have it set to none, it's all pixelated. If you filter it to HQ4X, it'll make it look a lot better. You might not be able to see it in the video, but it is tons better, and it'll make a world of difference in the quality of your Let's Play. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I want to show you this quickly. This preview frame rate is what Dxtory is using. And if I go ahead and press my recording button, you'll see that it's recording both videos at the same time. Or both screens at the same time. If you use something like Camtasia or Fraps, you're going to get the whole thing. Or just one screen, and it's going to look terrible. So being able to record both screens is crucial to get the most information out of a DS game recording. So if I look in my Dxtory folder, you'll see that these are the 2 video files that I recorded. Now I have test videos recorded that I'm going to use for my example, but I just want to show you real quick what it looks like and what you can expect from it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those files because I don't need them anymore. And we're going to go ahead and open up Sony Vegas. Before that though, I'm going to show you that if you click on one of these videos, you'll see that the frame width and height are 640 by 480. So yes, doing 2.5 times is a good way to go. And let's go ahead and jump into Vegas. Here in Vegas, you're going to want to go ahead and edit the project settings. and we're going to go ahead and choose 720p 30 frames a second. Now, remember back when I said on Dxtory you could do 29.97? Well, this is what I was talking about. It defaults on 29.97, but I've always used 30, so I've always just decided to just use that. So if you're using 30, go ahead and change the frame rate here to 30. Once you've done that, all the other settings are pretty good. You can change the resolution, rendering quality to the best if you want, but everything else isn't going to matter. So it's going to apply that and hit OK, and we should be good. Let's go ahead and drag in our 2 video files, and you'll see here, top screen, we'll go ahead and drag that in. Another plus about Dxtory is it records a 3rd track for microphone audio. So all this is my microphone, and this is the game audio. So you can easily go ahead and edit your microphone audio out, or edit the volume without having to affect the gameplay volume. It's really, really a neat feature. Let's go ahead and add the bottom screen while we're at it too. And you're going to notice that it's going to really clog up your video track window here. But you can delete 2 tracks right off the bat. You can delete your second microphone audio track and your second game track, because you only need one from one of the videos, because they contain the exact same audio in each of them. So now we have 2 videos here that are both overlaying each other. We need to fix that. If you go ahead and go to pan and crop and try and move them over, you'll see that the letterboxing is getting in the way. Here, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to fix that. This was my problem when I wanted to start recording, and that is that this letterboxing gets in the way. In order to fix this, you need to go ahead and make sure that this lock aspect ratio button here is undone, or not pressed in. And you want to go ahead and do the same for the source maintain aspect ratio. Go ahead and set it to no. This will temporarily set your video to widescreen, but don't worry yet. We're going to fix that. As you can see, the positioning, our width is 640 and the height is 480. That's our source video. Now, if we actually change this to the resolution we're going to be having, you'll see that we actually get 640 by 480 on here. And now we've done that, we can go ahead and move our video to the right and left, and it'll go in the letterboxing. A good trick to know for this is that you can actually take this X center and put it to your width resolution, 640, and it'll put it to the left side. So that's a quick way to go ahead and have that on the left side of the screen. I already have a preset here for DS top screen and bottom screen, so you can kind of see how they flip around on each of them. Go ahead and set it back to the top screen. Go ahead and exit out of that. Let's go ahead and adjust the bottom screen the same way. Go to the pan and crop settings. We're going to go ahead and turn off the maintaining the aspect ratio. Again, make sure this isn't pressed in, or else this won't work properly. Go to the width, put in 1280 by 720. Now, the difference here is that if you put 640 for the X center here, it's going to go ahead and bring it to the left side. What we want to do is move it over to the right side. Actually, your X center is going to be just 0. And there you have it. Both of them are filling up the screen completely except for the letterboxing. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and make the project, go ahead and make it widescreen 480p, go ahead. The reason I picked 1280 by 720 is because now you can use this letterboxing to your advantage and make kind of a Pokemon informational guide background thing. Like you can have your Pokemon here and stuff like that to put their levels and stuff, and it'll look pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and go a little bit into the video. I'm gonna mute my microphone audio because I was actually messing around on that. I don't want you guys to hear that. But if we go to the battle scene here, see once I start playing it that it's going to show our both of the screens are moving at real time, and they're perfectly synced together. So you don't have to worry about syncing them. You don't have to cut them out. It's all perfect, and it's very easy to do. Once you have the presets in, you can just put the video in, set the preset, and you're done. That's it. That is literally all you have to do. So, I hope you found this video useful, and of course, make sure to, if you're doing different resolutions, like if for some reason you decide to do a different resolution on no cache zoomer, that you would put that in on these. And if you're going to go ahead and do widescreen for 80p, then you might be able to skip this entirely. If not, you can always just double check by putting in the width and height of that instead of 1280 by 720, and you should be good. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try and answer them. Thanks, and hope you look forward to seeing the Pokemon playthrough.